What's going on, guys? Zach Sparkle here, and today we are back with another Yu-Gi-Oh video on this channel. This video is actually my third one, and today we're jumping right out in a deck profile. Today we are going to take a look at my updated Dragonmaid deck profile, because I thought it could be fun to mix this archetype with the Rocket archetype. Dragons and dragons. So, let's just start out, but before that, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel because much more Yu-Gi-Oh content. But yeah, let's just start out. So to begin up, we're using triple copies of Chamber Dragonmaid. Chamber Dragonmaid in this deck profile is one of the best startups you can ever ask for. Summon her, search for a Dragonmaid spell trap card. Most cases, well, hospitality. And yeah, just activate hospitality and continue our combos. And also, I love this playmat, Dragonmaid playmat, with kitchen, nurse, house, chamber, laundry, and outside here, parlor. But yeah, chamber is just a good startup. For the next one, we have triple copies of Parlor Dragonmaid. Parlor Dragonmaid in this deck profile is also a really good startup, because summon her out and just send your Dragonmaid to the graveyard at the beginning of your turn. Then we are going to take a little bit down, and we are going to use 2 copies of Nurse Dragonmaid. Nurse Dragonmaid in this deck profile is good. I would prefer to maybe only run one. I don't know, I haven't tested it so much, but I just love the card. Summon her out, Monster Reborn. That is, yeah, just the only reason why I run 2 of her. And the last human Dragonmaid in the main deck is 1 copy of Kitchen Dragonmaid. Kitchen is just here for, yeah, she's a good searcher, but again, I wouldn't prefer her over Chamber and Parlor, and my English is just super bad. But that happens when you're from Denmark. And if you can hear something in the background, that is because it is just raining. Yeah, it is raining really much. So that is the reason why, if you can hear something. Now we move out to the bigger dragons, and we are moving straight to 2 copies of Dragonmaid Ernest. Ernest in this deck profile is super good to just, yeah, again, start out with activate effect, send Ernest to graveyard, special summon one of your Dragonmaids. Special summon maybe Chamber Dragonmaid. That is a good choice to start out with. Then I'm using 1 copy of Dragonmaid Tinkek. Again, a big dragon. And the last Dragonmaid cards in the main deck, or monsters, that is, 2 Dragonmaid Lawpaw. Lawpaw in this deck profile is there again, just to, yeah, be there as a big dragon. I actually thought of maybe only 1 Ernest, 1 Tinkek, and 1 Lawpaw. But I am running 2 copies, and I just hit my camera there. But yeah, let us continue out, and now we're going to the Rockets. Starting out, 2 copies of Rocket Tracer. This tuner in this deck profile is super good to have a 2 above, because you can just summon him out and go straight into a synchro summon. Also, he's good for link summon. And then for the rest of the Rockets, I will just take a quick recap of them. 1 Recharger. You can see a lot because of the light. 1 Metal Rocket. 1 Auto Rocket. 1 Silver Rocket. And that is the Rocket monsters. Then we're going to have a little bit of support from Absolute Dragon. That can be special summoned if I control a Rocket. And 2 Noctivision Dragons. Again, if I link summon, special summon Noctivision. Use Noctivision to link summon again and draw a free card. Then for the last dragon monster actually is 1 copy of Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. This monster is super good because summon it out and just special summon once per turn dragons. For the last non-hand traps in this deck profile, we're using 1 Destiny Hero Dasher and 1 Destiny Hero Celestial because of our TPE. Then we move into our hand traps, and I am of course running 3 copies of Ash Blossom and Joy Springs, the best hand trap in the world. You can just I will say there's a lot of decks that uses this hand trap, and also there's not a lot of decks that uses 2 of. Either you use 3 of her or else you only use 2 copies of her. And for the last monsters, in this main deck, 2 Ghost Bell and Haunted Mansion. This is also a very good hand trap. I would say especially in this deck profile. I just love hand traps and the Ghost Girls, because they are good hand traps. Moving on to the spell cards, we're using triple copies of Dragonmaid Hospitality. That was very bad placed. There you go. This card is just one of the key cards in your deck profile, because activate this card, special summon Dragonmaids. That is actually one of the best cards in this deck profile. Then I'm using 2 copies of Dragonmaid Changeover. A lot of people might just say, okay, you can just only run 1 because you don't need to run more than 1. But I will say, well, yeah. Just to be sure, if that card, the one of them, gets banished, then you have another one. That is just because I want to be cautious, how you pronounce it. Then the one Boot Sector Launch, because we're using Striker Dragon, and it's also a good field spell when we play with rockets. The one Called by the Grave, and the one Change of Heart, because, well, Change of Heart should be in all meta decks, because it is such a powerful card. After 17 years on the ban list, it's finally limited to 1. I can't remember. I think it's limited to 1, but again, after 17 years, watching such an old card coming back to the modern days, and it is one of the most insane spell cards that exist. For the last spell card, of course, 1 Fusion Destiny. Fusion Destiny, well, because we are playing DPE. Moving on to the trap cards, we're using triple copies of Dragonmaid Tie-Dyeing, and the 2 Infinite Impermanence. Tie-Dyeing is here because, well, again, return cards and special summon. Infinite Impermanence, a good trap. That is actually the only reason. Moving on to the extra deck, I'm using 2 copies of Dragonmaid Sheo and 2 copies of House Dragonmaid. House Dragonmaid and Sheo in this deck profile are super good. Sheo is your boss monster and can summon your House Dragonmaid out of the extra deck. And then, of course, the 1 DPE. The light is actually very annoying, but this is the DPE. And I also hate the graphic a little bit. That might be in better. Moving into our link line, we're using the 1 Striker Dragon, the 1 Needle Fighter, or Crystal Helcufibrex. A lot of people just call it a Needle Fiber because I think that is a much cooler name and a more easier name to pronounce. The 1 IP Masquerena. I'm actually happy that I got this card. Herotech Seal of the Heavenly Spears. I see this card in a lot of Dragon Link card decks, and yeah, that is just funny. Then 1 Triple Burst Dragon, the 1 Nightmare Unicorn, the 1 Access Code Talker, and the last Link monster, 1 Borderland Dragon, the newest member to the Rockets. And for the last 2 cards, 1 Baronet de Fleur and 1 Borreload Savage Dragon for the extra deck. So yeah, guys, this was the main and extra deck, but hold on, we have another thing, the side deck. In the side deck, I'm running 1 Artifact Dagda, 1 Trispania, 1 Cerberus, 1 Boral Code Dragon, the 1 Ghost Ogre, Nibiru, Darkhold, Royal Decree, DD Crow, Artifact Lancia, 1 Artifact Scythe because of Dagda, then 3 Gamma and 1 Driver. And it's just because well, having some hand traps and also having combo cards in this side deck. That is basically the reason why I'm using that. But yeah, guys, that was everything for this deck profile. I hope you enjoyed, and please leave a like on the video. And consider subscribing, it's free, and you can always change your mind. So, without further ado, we will see each other next time. Peace out.